Guys, it's literally been a week and I'm already on my school's gossip page. Basically, I get on Instagram and I don't have my notifications on for Instagram. It's like it happened like an hour ago. This random guy sent me a post. So he sent me a post and it said my name and then it said she talks to hella dudes. I'm not even kidding. Like, I know people on my TikTok think I'm like a bop or whatever. First of all, I have not talked to a guy in months. Second of all, I am so new to this school. I do not know anyone. Like, me and my best friend came together and we know like 2 people. They're girls. I have not talked to a single guy. And like the guys I look, or like the girls I look at, talk to a lot more guys. But like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just because like they're friends. But I've talked to no one. Like, I'm not even kidding. Literally, when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. Because at my old school, like, people like talked bad about me too, but I was never called a bop at my old school, or like, I don't know, people, I literally stuck to myself at my old school too. And then I know no one like at this new school, and so I don't know who knows me well enough to say that. And like, obviously it wasn't one of my friends unless they're fake. And so I messaged like the Instagram, and they were so sweet. I don't know who it was, but I was like, bro, who said that? And they were like, I don't know, it was anonymous. And I was like, and they were like, do you want me to take it down? I will. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And they were like, of course. And so I don't know, it seems like a girl, it could be a guy, but I don't know if it's a guy. But they were really sweet, and they said they didn't know me, so like, it's just so confusing to me because I know no one. So like, who would already know me well enough to talk bad about me? But I'm so glad that they took it down.
Hi guys, here's some things that my exes did and I still stayed. There's no shade to any of them. I just find it funny now. First, this one guy lied to me and said that he has to go to sleep at 8 p.m. because his coach has like sleep trackers for them. And it turns out that he wasn't actually going to sleep. He would really just act like he was asleep, and he would go off with other girls and hang out with them and do who knows what with them. Next is one of my exes. Oh, I thought this was blush. Ooh. One of my exes, he wouldn't let me wear my brother's hoodies. Like, he thought it was bad for me to be wearing another guy's hoodies, even though it was my own brother. And he threatened to break up with me when I did that. And I would still wear them anyways because that's just weird, you know? Next is I was going through my ex's phone because he was going through my Snapchat. So then I just like took a look at his Snapchat and he was snapping this girl. And then whenever I confronted him about it, he said that it was an accident and that he didn't even know that he was snapping her even though it had been days. One of my exes thought that I needed to go to the gym. Like, he didn't say I was fat, but he told me that I needed to go to the gym, and he would make me work out in my grandma's burning hot garage in the summer so that I could have the body that he wanted me to have. And he would also show me like Instagram models, and he would be like, I want you to look like this, and like he would use them as like inspo for like me to work out to look like them. One of my exes literally made me cry on my birthday because he was texting another girl and lying about it. And yeah, that was not fun. Also, one of my exes almost broke up with me because this guy was texting me asking me for the homework answers because he was in the same class as me. He was just super controlling. Like, I could not text or talk to or sit next to any boy at school. It was so extra. And then I found out that he was doing all of those things, so he was projecting. My ex literally made me cry in the club in front of everyone because he was being so mean to me. Like, I literally could not believe it. Even like the friends that I was with, they were like, what is wrong with him? But yeah, let me know if y'all want a part 2 because I probably have way more stories to tell. Bye guys.
Things that scream I'm the problem. My video quality is being so weird, so if it's bad, I really do apologize. The first thing that screams I'm the problem is whenever you're listening to them talk and you realize that they're the victim in literally every situation. Somehow you're always in drama, but whenever you tell the story, you never do anything wrong. Like, you're telling me you have drama with 5 friend groups right now, but they're all just jealous and mean for no reason, and you expect for me to just eat that up? Next thing that screams I'm the problem is if you literally never say sorry, or your version of an apology is going silent and then randomly talking talking to them again like nothing happened. Or saying something like, let's just drop it. Like, damn, why are you allergic to the words I'm sorry? It's okay to take accountability. As soon as you're losing the argument, let's just drop it, let's just drop it. You literally just told me to die. Next thing that screams I'm the problem is if you say something super mean to somebody and then you get mad and offended when that somebody says something super mean back to you. I don't get that because they literally matched your energy. Like, why would you start something that you can't finish? Don't dish it out if you can't take it back. Look, I'm not endorsing being mean to anyone, but you can't expect for them to just sit there and let you disrespect them. Of course they're gonna say something back. That's low-key your fault. Next thing that screams I'm the problem is if you have a new best friend literally every 5 to 7 business days. Like, either you keep swapping friends in and out or people are leaving you, especially if you're replacing your best friend because y'all had a very small and easily fixable disagreement. You're gonna replace your best friend since birth because she stepped on your shoe. Meanwhile, you're gonna go back to that man 17 times. I just don't understand. Obviously, there are many unforgivable situations, don't get me wrong. But how come every time I see you, you got a new best friend? Are you cutting them off? Are they cutting you off? Especially if they're all cutting you off, it's time to look inward and figure out why. There's nothing wrong with looking inwards either. Like, no one's perfect. Like, I look inward at least 1,000 times a day. I won't even lie. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces.
Like every time I come on TikTok, I'm either annoyed about something or stressed. I'm gonna tell you some things that have been really annoying me recently. It's the Labubu trend. The other day I saw Kim Kardashian post one. Oh, this means I'm literally gonna have to like it because I do not have my own mind. People are putting these monster looking things on their Chanel bag. Literally look like an animal you've got out of a grab machine in Blackpool. This next one's like my own personal thing. The fact that I didn't get cancelled podcast tickets, it's ruined my life. And you know what? It's all my girlfriend's fault. That girl literally knows how obsessed I am with the cancelled podcast. When the tickets came out, I was in a foul mood already, and I was like, oh my god, the cancelled podcast tickets are out the show, and she was like, well, I don't really want to go to that, can't you find someone else? So that was that, right? Turns around a few weeks later and I was like, oh my god, the tickets are sold out for the cancelled show, gutted, I'll never be able to go, like, this is like my lifelong dream. This girl turns around and she's like, what? I would have come with you. I'm like, what? Whereas if you're watching this, which you're probably not, you owe me big time. I don't know if you'll be able to relate to this or not because you might just be God's chosen ones. For the past 2 years now, every single holiday, festival, you name it, I come on my period. Never ever just one of them periods it's like, oh, I'm on my period. No, it's one of them ones where it's everywhere. Me and Grace were quite new. We went to Creamfields, this festival, came on my period there, and when I tell you it was all over my tent, it looked like someone had been murdered in there. And Grace had to witness that. If I remember rightly, I think we borrowed the airbed off someone. Did we give it back? I can't have given it back. Everything's so natural at the minute. I have the shortest lashes in the world. I can't get away with having natural lashes.
Did I avoid death or disobey God? The other day I was at Target, and as I was walking in, these two girls, one of them was quite a bit older and one of them looked around my age. They stopped me and the older one goes, do you believe in God? I was like, yeah, of course I do. She goes, oh, well, we're having a Bible study tonight if you're interested. Yeah, of course. Like, what church? She goes, oh, well, actually we're in the process of building a church right now, but a sister in Christ donated our house. Just ran out of business cards. I have so many members that wanted to come. I text you the address. Like, yeah, here's my phone number. We'll come to regret that. So I give this lady, let's call her Lily. I give this lady Lily my phone number. She texts me, this is the address. I finish up my shopping and I head back to my town. I get back into town, I had to stop at one more store. Mind you, this is like 20 minutes away. Like, as I'm walking to this store, older lady and a girl around my age stops me and goes, do you believe in God? I was like, yes. She goes, we're having a Bible study tonight. What are the odds I got stopped twice? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, is God calling me to this group of people? I spout off with, oh my gosh, do you know Lily? I was like, Lily just stopped me in our city. Look at each other and go, there's no one supposed to be in that city today. I said, is the address 1234 Creepy Street? She was like, yeah, it is. Are you coming? I was like, I was thinking about it. You know, I'm new to the area. I don't know many people. Look at each other and go, well, we'll see you tonight. I don't think you will, sister. Could not tell if it was my social anxiety or if it was like a gut feeling. I decided, like, you know what, let me look up this address they gave me. And on the maps, it backed up to a field, some kind of body of water behind it. It's like, I'm gonna end up on 48 hours. So I don't go, and I am getting phone calls from these people and text messages. I'm a confrontational person, so I end up just blocking the number. Did it end there? No. A few days later, I get a call from a random phone number. Hey, this is Lily's friend. After that, I get a message request from an account that said, like, I love Jesus. Can we see you for Bible study? Did I avoid death or disobey God?
Get ready with me while I tell you how my guy best friend and I were talking to the same guy at once. Let's call my guy best friend Leo. So me and Leo haven't always been friends. Our relationship has been super rocky, and around this time, me and him had beef, bro. Like, I did not like him, he did not like me. But being the nosy bitch I was, when he blocked me on Snapchat, I got one of my friends to add him so I could monitor what he was posting. And before you say shit, I know you've all done that at one point. So Leo started posting about another guy in my school, Jake, and they actually started hanging out, and I was friends with Jake at the time. So I got one of my friends to screenshot Leo's story, and I added Jake on Snap. So me and Jake started to be super close, and because him and Leo were super close, Leo ended adding me back on Snapchat, and we kind of talked things through and we were okay. So I was super jealous about how Leo and Jake were so close, so I decided to start flirting with Jake so I could start talking to Jake. And in hindsight, I know how bad that is. I know, you don't have to come for me. Oh, she's a pick-me. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Well, anyway, so Jake and I started talking, and then one night I saw that Leo posted on his story that him and Jake were having a sleepover. So anyway, that night of that sleepover, Leo texted me saying that he didn't want to be friends anymore, and that he just wasn't good for his mental health, and he ends up blocking me, and I was pissed. Now, up until that point, we were actually like a good trio, so I was really confused. It came out of nowhere. So my first thought was to text Jake about it, like, what's going on? And Jake was like, I don't know, he seems really upset, like, I'll make sure he's okay, blah, 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 right? And I completely fell for it. So about a week goes by, and Leo wouldn't even look at me. But him and Jake were completely fine, like it was when I was in the trio. And then it hit me. Both of these guys were super feminine. So what if the reason that Leo didn't want to be my friend was because he wanted Jake to himself? So at this point, it was the end of the year, and we went on this trip to like a theme park all together. And I was still kind of talking to Jake. And let me preface this by saying, like, Jake had literally sent me boxer pictures. You know what I'm talking about, girls. And I didn't even really like Jake. I was just trying to, like, use him to get the inside scoop on Leo. So during this trip, me and Leo actually ended up sitting by each other on a ride. And I had, like, a quick moment to talk to him because other than that, he wouldn't talk to me. And in that quick moment, he basically said to me that he had nothing against me, but Jake didn't want him talking to me. So this was really weird because this destroyed the theory that Leo didn't want me talking to Jake because he wanted him. More of Jake wanted me and didn't want me talking to Leo, if that makes sense. So after that trip, Jake actually stopped talking to me. And so school got out and I knew something was up, and I ended up signing up to do a theater show in my local town. And I went to auditions, and guess who was there? Leo. So because we were doing this theater show together, we were kind of forced to be together for about a few times a week. And one night, he texted me and we FaceTimed. And he opened up to me and told me that he was talking to Jake the whole time. So we both pulled out our phones, and I told him I was also talking to him. And we were getting sent the same boxer pictures. We were getting sent the same paragraphs, like, to the dot. So while we were both getting fed lies about each other and mad at each other, the real problem was Jake. And the funniest thing is that Jake literally is the kind of guy who carried, like, a Bible in his backpack to school every day. So Leo ends up opening more to me about the whole situation and tells me that at that sleepover where he said he didn't want to be friends anymore, they actually kissed and stuff. I'm not going to go into depth in that because it's none of my business. And anyway, because of this, me and Leo became friends again, and now he's like one of my really close friends, and I hold his secret. But yeah, so end of the story, Jake is an awful person because he hurt me so much, and along with that, pulled along another person that he didn't need to. Like, from this simple story time, you're not grasping how hard he had me and Leo under his little game. So, moral of the story, watch your back, I guess. Let me know if you have any more requests or ideas or questions. But that's all for today. Bye, beautiful people. get ready with us while we tell you how our semi-formal went. Basically, we're gonna go in order.
Yeah.
From, like, what happened.
So the first thing that happened, when we were on our way to our friend's house to go take pictures, she called us and she told us that she spilled oil all over her satin dress. So she was freaking out, and she was saying she was gonna go to the dance, but then she was able to, like, fix it and get the stains out. Well, not fully, but, like somewhat
basically.
out. So yeah, that was all fixed, and we were able to take pictures, and she could go, and it was all fine.
And it was good in the end, so.
Yeah.
But basically, it was, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we walked in, and there's baby powder all over her.
Yeah,
counter.
It literally was, like, a mess.
And she was freaking out. Like,
Felt so bad.
crazy. By the way, we go to a really, really, like, Catholic school.
Yeah, and they're, like,
and
really
they hate us, basically. And, like, not us, but, like, they hate the students. And it's so bad. Like, they're really strict.
Yeah, so basically the rules for, like, the dress code, you couldn't have, like, open back and obviously nothing too short. And they said that, like, if your dress or whatever you were wearing didn't, like, fit the dress code, they were gonna make you put on, like, a uniform, like a school uniform or, like, sweatpants or something. Because our friend Maria... Because our friend, basically, her dress was too short, and one of the teachers yelled at her and was gonna make her put on sweatpants under her dress.
Like, that's actually crazy. And she was like, she stood up for herself, and then she didn't end up having.
Yeah, they just eventually let her in.
She just was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But, like, so many girls post on TikTok, or, like, I'm exaggerating, like, a girl that we know, she posted on TikTok, and she was like, oh, like, they didn't let me in because my dress was too short, and her dress was, like, fine.
Yeah. And the tickets, guys, they were like, wait, no, they weren't $70. They were $60. So,
Bro.
like, these people getting sent home.
Like, that's insane. Like, I hope they got the money back.
Yeah, I hope they got it.
No, and it's like this in school, too. Like, they yell at us if our skirts are, like...
too short or, like,
rolled. Like, even if it's not, like, short.
Yeah, even if it's
They yell
just
at us
rolled
if
in
it's
general.
rolled.
But, like, we have to roll our skirts or else we look like...
Unless we look like actually pilgrims. Like, we look like we're
terrible.
pilgrimaging into the first Thanksgiving. It's so bad.
Okay, guys, so basically,
This is top secret.
Yeah, my crazy ex,
Crazy.
I dated this guy for 2 years of my life, you guys, and he's genuinely crazy, and I broke up with him, like, a couple months ago, and he's just been, like, I don't know.
Obsessed, bro.
So the whole time, he kept staring at me the whole time, like, I always make sure to never look in his direction. I pretend that he doesn't exist, because honestly, I feel like that's, like, the best, like, kind of just, like...
is.
karma or like comeback, I don't really know, but basically I keep getting told by tons of people that he's just staring at me and my friends the whole entire night, and literally it's so weird.
I caught him so many times looking over. He was looking over at, like, me and our other friend. Like, we were just sitting down, like, minding our business, and they pulled up, like, right in front of our, like, I don't even know, like, our table.
Yeah.
And he was staring at us for a good 5 minutes, and I caught him and he didn't even look away. So I waved.
So yeah, he literally talks about us all the time, and I'm just like,
All he
why
talks
can't you
about.
get over it? Like, I never talk about him unless he does something to make me talk about him. Like, not even like him with other girls. Like, I don't even care. I never talk about that. But like, this is the kind of stuff I talk about. Cause what?
Because why are you crazy?
Like, I
Why
only
are you
remember
crazy?
he exists when he does something like this. But basically, he took a picture with this girl, and I took a picture with this guy that I was like, I don't want to say talking to, but like, we were
By
like,
the way, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since they broke up.
It's been like 3 months, 3.5 months almost since I broke up with him. But literally, I was taking a picture with this guy that, like, I don't know, I've just had a thing with for a while, but like not really anymore because, you know, but I took a picture with him, and in the background, the girl that my ex-boyfriend took a picture with is pointing at me and laughing.
Literally laughing.
And I was like, that is so rude because
That's just
what?
embarrassing. Like, because what did we do to you?
Exactly, like, they used to talk, the guy I was taking a picture with, like, used to talk with the girl, so, like, I don't know, but like, you don't point when someone's
like,
taking a picture.
Everyone's taking pictures with everyone. Like, I took a picture with some randoms.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I actually just asked random people, do you want to take a picture?
Like, I literally, that definitely did not mean anything to him. Like, it was
Yeah,
just
exactly
a picture. So, I don't get it, but...
Okay, this is super TMI, but like, whatever. We had bulldog noodles, and we actually, like...
We literally shit
We
our
died.
pants.
But it was good, because, like, then we looked cute after, but it was so bad.
Yeah, guys, but the dance, it was just, like, it wasn't that good because
I don't know, everyone was just kind of like
Just there.
walking around and talking to each other. Like there were some people dancing, but I don't know. It was just whatever. But it went by quick, so it could have been
like,
worse.
yeah, I don't even know. It was just like fine. Like it wasn't like anything
Anything crazy.
to write home about, you know what I mean?